Hi everyone, it's Kaswini here again. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to run MXC Supernode on your computer. So we are going to be using this documentation here. So going through this documentation, it says run MXC Supernode. This guy will walk you through the process of operating a MXC Supernode via simple MXC node. You'll be able to run a MXC Supernode easily from the command line on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Run MXC Supernode regularly or as a prover, then view a Grafana dashboard which displays the node status. So prerequisites, reserve some extra MXC as a fee for future proposed blocks. Docker, um, Docker is installed and running. Git is installed as well. So to install Docker, I will be dropping this link in the details, video details. So this is how to install Docker on your system. So I'm using a Mac machine. So I installed Docker on my Mac Intel chip, and I use the GUI, the Docker GUI. I'm not using the command line Docker. So I'm using Mac. So you can check how to install on Windows or Linux if you're using any of those. So now going to the step, it says steps taking MXC on MXC L1 contract. So you just taking test MXC token, you click on this link here, it will take you to this page. So on getting to this page, you make sure you are on Arbitrum Gweli network. Let me see, my MetaMask is showing something here. Let me see what's showing. Oh, it's connecting to Arbitrum Gweli. Okay, switch network. Sorry, let me switch to this guy. Then I'll switch back. Now I'll switch back to Arbitrum Gweli. Alright, we are currently on Arbitrum Gweli now. So saying not on the right network, select Arbitrum Gweli. So I'm going to reload this page and wait for it. This seems to be taking a while. So let me connect again. Select MetaMask, and it's connected. All right. So just like we have here, it says stake test MXC token. So going back to this place, I'm going to stake 5,000. Although I've already staked 5,000, all you just need to do is type in 5,000 here, and you click stake. You get, so first off, it's going to show approve. You click on the approve. Once it approves, then you stake. Or I've already staked 5,000 MXC before, so I will be staking again, right? So once this is done, going back to the documentation, let's scroll down. So here it says clone simple MXC node. So I'm going to create a folder here. Let me quickly get any folder here. So just give me a moment. So I'll just come here. So I'm going to my desktop. I'll scroll down to, let me look for a folder called CTF. I use it all the time to record videos. So yeah, this is the folder I'm looking for. So in this CTF folder, I'm going to open a terminal here. So my terminal is open. Let's wait for it. Alright, so what I need to do now is come back to this doc. I'm going to git clone this guy. So I'll copy it. go back to my terminal here. This is not the terminal we used. So this is the guy. So in here, I'll paste this guy and I'll click enter. Wait for it to clone. Alright, so next thing is to copy this that CD into that folder we just created. So I'll paste it here as well. So I'm in that folder now. So let me do code dot sorry to open a VS code for on that folder. Alright. So let's wait for VS code to come up. Alright, our VS code is up. So let me keep it in. Alright. So going back to the docs, it says first copy the .env.sample to a new .env file. So all I just need to do is come here, click on copy, then paste it here. So where is this guy? Okay, I just click on copy again, copy, and I'll paste it here now, and I'll paste it. So it is here, so I'll rename it. And I'll leave it at .env. Alright, we are good. So going back here, so now next open the .env file in your preferred text editor. Then it says finally set the following environment variables: the L1 endpoint HTTPS and the L1 endpoint WS, which stands for WebSocket. So you can get the Arbitrum L1 endpoint from a few places. Infura, Alchemy, QuickNote are popular RPC network. So I'm going to get my Arbitrum L1 endpoints for the HTTPS and the WS. So doing that, let me go to what's it called, Alchemy. So I'm going to my Alchemy dashboard. Why? Alright, so I'm currently in my Alchemy dashboard, and you can see we have Arbitrum Goerli here. All we just need to do is click on view keys. So after this video, I'll be deleting this stuff so you don't make use of my keys. So first things first, you copy the HTTPS and go to this place, L1 endpoint HTTP, you paste it here. Then the second stuff you're copying is the WebSocket. You copy it, come back here and paste it here. So once you do that, you're good with the env. So I'm going to close this, and then let's go back to our docs. So on our docs, once this is set, make sure you select the RPC as Arbitrum Goerli, which is what we selected here, Arbitrum Goerli. So if you see, this is Arbitrum Goerli. Okay. Then so make sure you select, okay, enable your Supernode as a prover. So to enable your Supernode as a prover, let's check that out. Let's see. Let's wait for it to come up. So prerequisite must have some ether on Arbitrum Goerli. Yes, should have at least 6/16 core CPU and 32 gig of RAM. My RAM is not up to 32 gig. But let's leave this guy now. Let's just continue without this because this is optional. As you can see here, it's optional. So start a supernode. So this says it may take some time to synchronize from the Genesis block. You may monitor this progress through logs. Okay. So make sure Docker is running and then run the following commands. So first of all, I'm using a GUI for Docker. So let me uh, start my Docker. So this is my Docker here. I'm going to open it and let's wait for it to come up. This will take some time. Hope this is coming up. Okay. So this is Docker here. It's coming up. Let's wait for it. This will take a while. All right, so my Docker is up. It took a while. I had to pause the video and wait for Docker to come up before I resume recording again. So I'm going to delete this this Docker container. So I'm going to delete it. Okay. Now, when you open your Docker for the first time, you're going to see this. So try running a container, copy and paste this in your command line, and then come back. So if I copy this, I'll go to my command line here. So I'm going to paste it and run it. Let's see. Wait for it. And yeah, you see, this guy has started running, right? So now we have started the Docker container. It's running now. So the next thing is to go back to this place and copy this. So we have two commands here. This one says docker compose up, which is to make sure Docker is running, then run the following command to start a supernode. You get. So if you want to run it in the background, please add the -d flag, which is this guy here. But I don't want to run it in the background, so I'll just copy this and I'll come back to my command line and I'll paste this here and I'll press enter. Let's wait for it. All right, so this is already working. So we are currently running a supernode. So let me check this Docker again. As you can see, simple MXC node has been created here. So this is it running over here. So let's wait for it. So you see it's running and everything is working well. So going back to this documentation, we have a few things. So this Docker compose down is to stop the supernode from running. So when you do Docker compose down, it will stop the supernode from running. Now, remove a supernode. This command will completely remove the supernode by removing all volumes used by the container. So you run this command to remove that. Then this other command is to update the supernode. All you just need to do docker compose pull, and it will update the simple MXC super node image. Then here is to view logs. So I'm coming, let me open a new command line. So going back here, let me just open a new command line interface. Open this guy. Right. Yeah, so we are good. Now let's go back to these docs. So if I want to run this guy, I'll just copy it, go back here, paste it here, and I'll click enter. So this should update everything and all of that. But the reason why it is throwing this error is because Docker is currently running. So the supernode is currently running. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop it first. So if I click copy this guy and I paste it here, so I want you to see something. So let me open this command line where it's running. So as you can see, it's running here. So if I click enter on this other place, watch what's happening. So see, stopping, watch, this is stopping it. And you see this guy has stopped over here. This other place has stopped. So this command is to stop the Supernode from running. So I'll go to the other command. So it's still stopping. So let's wait for it to finish executing. All right, it's complete. So let's come back here and update it. So this is to update. So copy it. Come back here. Let's now update. So I'm going to clear this guy and paste this one. So this should update it now. Watch. So you see it has updated the node. Then we can come back here and run our Supernode again. So Docker compose up, wait for it, and yep, it has started running the node. And yeah, so if you want to see the log, if you want to view the log, so this is the you want to view the start, sorry. So this is view the live data streams of your running container. So you can copy this as the container is running. You can copy this and run it. So let me bring this other guy here. You can copy this and run it here. Once you run it here, note that the container is running here. So you run this other command in the other terminal to start logging the stats of this node that is running. So, and that is how to view the stats. So as you can see, it's now giving you the statistics here. And also you can see these statistics graphically using so view the Supernode status dashboard using a Grafana dashboard with a Prometheus data source. So you can do more research about this on your own. So, but I believe we have come to the end of this tutorial where you now know how to run an MXC Supernode. Thank you very much. So one more thing, you can see this troubleshooting here. Supernode warning logs, you may ignore any one log. So this troubleshooting is, for instance, maybe you encounter any error while trying to run this node. You can go through this troubleshooting section and you see why you're getting the error and how to fix it. So, but as you can see, we didn't have any error while running this. So if you follow this video, I believe you should be able to run the Supernode on Mac and as well on Linux and Windows. Thank you very much and bye.